a second do-or-die game between these two teams. Torres for the lead.
Wow.
Oh, gives NLEX the lead.
What an explosion here by Torres.
Ooh, look who's
Wow.
there. Clarito again with the putback.
Man on fire, rising to the occasion.
Welcome back to the Ninoy Aquino Stadium for your quarterfinals of your PBA Season 49 Philippine Cup here on Pilipinas Live and on PBA Rush. Next in line, two up-and-coming teams with a bright future ahead of them, looking for an even brighter one here today. Hello, I'm Paulo de Rosario alongside Coach Eric Almerano. It is Bea Escudero joining us on the sidelines. Coach, a pleasure to be with you here, and what a ball game we just saw a while ago, and we're excited for what's to come.
Oh, definitely. I could say the same thing for this coming game. This is a game of no tomorrow. It's a do or die, and rain or shine, hoping to repeat what TNT did in the previous game.
Now, what happened in the previous game was that the TNT Tropang 5G outlasted the Magnolia Chicmuclaro's hot shots, overcoming a twice to win disadvantage. Now rain or shine, a chance to do that here again. Take a look at what happened in their last game, Coach, because rain or shine found a way to really shine in this one, especially with their rebounding battle against NLEX.
Oh, this was a game of runs. Rain or shine took charge early on in the game, and then in the third quarter, NLEX exploded with their own run, and that came down to the last few minutes of the game. But second chance turnover and points off turnover were the key factors in their previous game.
Ball security, an issue for the NLEX Road Warriors last time around. Ending possessions, also an issue for them last time around. As we take a look at the star of that last game, his nickname, according to Coach Yengyao, Michael Jonard. Jonard Clarito, showing us Jonard-esque moves in the paint, getting the rebounds, putting them back in the hoop, extending possessions. Coach, he was doing it all.
Oh yes, he was a player that did everything for rain or shine. Played like there was really no tomorrow for rain or shine. Scored 20 points and a remarkable 21 rebounds. His career high, and 14 of the 20 points came in the fourth quarter.
There are just a few people who can actually match that rebound total with a good point total. But what about Cyrus Torres, Coach? He was red hot for 3 quarters. Unfortunately, fell off in the fourth. That can't happen this time around.
Yeah, he was the man responsible for overhauling that big lead of rain or shine. And in the third quarter, he exploded with 14 points, got them in the game, made those threes, but did not do well in the fourth quarter, to say the least.
Well, very close game towards the end, and of course, had Cyrus Torres continued his tear in the fourth quarter, might have been a different story. But of course, we have a lot to go through here. Let's find out who the starters are first at the moment as we hold on to this one here, Coach. But then when we take a look at the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters here in particular, in the way that they won their last game, for the NLEX Road Warriors, you have to understand that keeping the ball has to be priority in this game.
Oh yes, definitely. NLEX turned the ball over several times. In fact, they had 15 points and they're only averaging 13. And they're the #1 team in terms of the least turnovers in the conference.
They look starting 5 here for the Rain Shine Elasto Painters, and then the NLEX Road Warriors here, of course. Watch out for Cyrus Torres to try and get going here. Rain or Shine with the first possession of this ball game. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium at the heart of Manila. This is the quarterfinals. Do or die here as Gian Mamuyak takes it strong to the hoop. And finally, we can take a bit of a breath here, Coach. If you're the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, and the way that you forced the NLEX Road Warriors to turn the ball over through their pressure defense, through their effort, as well as on the offensive glass, what can you try to replicate here in this game against an NLEX team that will be a bit more cautious, Coach?
Well, offensively, of course, rain or shine will be rain or shine. They will do what they do. And let's turn it over to Bea first.
Coach Jong Wichiko is quick to credit his players for their efforts, saying that the last matchup really could have gone either way. But upon reflection, he pointed out two key things that costed them. Rain or Shine's offensive rhythm, which disrupted their defensive game plan, and their own composure in the final minutes. While heading into tonight, Coach Jong knows that they cannot afford a slow start. The focus is on establishing the right offensive low from the very beginning, especially against Rain or Shine's pressure-heavy defense. He also stressed the importance of controlling the pace and tempo, something that Rain or Shine has been effective at dictating with their quick style of play. For Coach Jong, setting that balance early will be crucial in determining who moves on. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bea Escudero. Coach Jong Wichiko brought up a few great points there, especially when it comes to the execution and the composure in that fourth quarter. Because for NLEX Road Warriors, despite the numbers we saw a while ago, as we take a look at this drive and this attack here coming from Andre Caracot, as we take a look at what happened in that fourth quarter for NLEX, it was still a winnable game towards the end.
Yes.
It's just turnovers and poor decision-making that resulted in that loss.
Yes, I felt that what Coach Jong is pertaining to is the tempo, where they're a half-court team. They love to execute, and they really look for high percentage shots. That's why their field goal percentage is very high. And I felt in that game they played to the game of Rain or Shine, which is a run and gun type of pace.
Here is NLEX Road Warriors 4-2 in favor of Rain or Shine after early trips to the line here for the Elasto Painters. Robert Bolick at the elbow misses, and the ball will stay with the NLEX Road Warriors. We take a look at the rebounding ability of this Rain or Shine team. So they have guys like Keith Dato and Gabe Norwood to provide size, but it's actually one of their more undersized players in Jonathan Clarito who really provides that rebounding force and impetus. But as I say that, there he is again, Jonathan Clarito with the rebound.
Oh yes, this guy reminds you of Freddy Abuda, as you mentioned earlier, and an undersized guy that can get those rebounds against bigger opponents.
Well, Freddy Abuda's nickname was the Scavenger.
Yes.
And here he is again, talking about Jonathan Clarito. Clarito misses out there on the return pass to Andre Caraco. Don't have the numbers here, but Mocon, a comedy of errors here in the past few possessions between these two.
Yeah, on the other end, it happened as well. Clarito lost that ball. And same with Mocon.
Here is Gian Mamuya bringing this one down. Jonathan Clarito attacking JV Mocon. That time no good. Bahio with the rebound. How about Robert Bolick? Get to really get going here. Big pick set by Mocon. Caracot against Bolick. Bolick has a size advantage here. Takes him close to the cup. Bolick. Well, the thing with Robert Bolick is he's relentless when he goes on the attack, Coach. He'll be able to back you down like a big man, even though he's a guard.
Oh yes, Bolick knows when he has an advantage inside, knows what to do. And also, if he's also pitted against taller players and slower-footed players, then he will attack him from the outside.
Here's Torres. Rihio. Attacking Keith Datu. That's a tough finish.
Great shot there by Bahio over the outstretched hands of Keith Datu.
Now, Keith Datu has a lot more length than Bahio. But here's NLEX now forcing another turnover. Robert Bolick finding Bahio. Jonah Clarito there to guard. Gabe Norwood giving a double team as well. Robert Bolick saying, let's slow things down.
Could have taken that shot, but Bolick opted to bring it out. That's the reason why.
Bolick. The three-point shot is brought to you by Rexona. Stay cool in the heat of the game with Rexona. Ice cool. It won't let you down. Jim Mamuyak strikes back though, but what a shot from Robert Bolick there. He threw out the big man and said, I got this.
Wow. He doesn't like a two-point shot. He'd rather get a three.
Bahio. Out to Robert Bolick. Teased the four. Gave it to Semerad. Another three on the way. No dice. Jonathan Clarito skies for the rebound. Gian Mamuya sneaking by Cyrus Torres, but the shot is no good. 1 point lead here for the NLEX Road Warriors. Up and down, the pace is frantic. These two teams have signs of a young team, Coach, because of their energetic players, especially the guys like Jonathan Clarito. Robert Bolick plays like he's a young guy.
Oh yes, definitely. There's two teams that have very good rookie players, young players. And NLEX, leading the pack here with 3 really good rookies.
Oh, Gian Mamuyak offensive rebound and the putback. Well, Gian Mamuyak doesn't have a lot of size, coach, but then he's one of those pesky guys who can all of a sudden pop out of nowhere.
Yeah, he didn't really play well in game 1, and he knew it, and that's why he's making it up in this game.
Here's Bahio. Working against Keith Datu. Again, giving away a lot of size here. Robert Bolick hit one, can't hit the second. Ball will go back to the Shine Elasto Painters after JB Mocon with the tap. Now, you got to watch out for that matchup between JB Mocon and Jonathan Clarito as you take a look at this. Keith Datu unable to get that to go, but take a look at Gian Muyak. Right place, right time.
I think NLEX needs to worry about those offensive rebounds by Rain or Shine. As you see there in that last play, where Mamuyak got that offensive rebound and a putback.
Well, I was watching off the ball a while ago, Coach. JB Mocon and Jonathan Clarito have been extra physical in this game. As Andy Karakut can't get the 3 ball to go. Take a look at that, the battle between the two. I just called it, and Mocon has it now. JB Mocon against Gabe Norwood, asking for the pick here. They switch defenses. Back to Mocon, trying to keep Tato off the dribble, but that will be a shirt pull and an offensive foul. So that will be against Semeran, I believe. Let's take a look at that there.
He held on, yeah, he held on to the shirt of Norwood.
Everyone wants Gabe Norwood's jersey. Everyone wants it.
The last time, if you remember, in game 1, Nokum's shirt got ripped also in the first quarter.
Here's Karakut. Swinging that around to Jonard Clarito. Unable to find that range here today. 8-7. Still in favor of Rain or Shine. Robert Bolick brings this one down. JB Mocon against, as they're now showing a bit of a zone here. Robert Bolick attacking Karakut. Sidestep. Jumper is good. Oh, Robert Bolick.
In the last game, Rain or Shine blitzed Bolick or double team him every time he gets the ball. At this time, they decided to play him 1-on-1, and that's what happens.
Oh, they challenged this call, and it looks like we're going to have a better look at that. Let's see if there was contact on that left arm of Robert Bolick. At least from that angle, it felt really quick. Yep. So the referees will have a chance to slow it down and look at it even different angles with the first head coach challenge of Coach Yang Giao. Coach, early thoughts here of how these two have started out in the first quarter? As the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters now trail by 1, pending the result of that challenge.
So far, NLEX.
The challenge made by the Elasto Painters was successful.
Successful challenge.
Oh, wow, that's big.
So they will count it. Let's take a look at that again. So no foul, but
no foul.
It went in.
But the basket will be counted.
And Coach Yang Giao upset that the point wasn't taken away. Here's Keith Datu creating space here with his body. He goes on the attack here. Robert Bolick with the help. And the Karakut left in his lonesome. From the corner, that's good.
And next,
this 3-point shot is brought to you by Rexona. Stay cool in the heat of the game with Rexona Ice Cool. It won't let you down.
And next, helped out on the drive by Keith Datu, then open up Karakut in the corner.
Bahio. Now to Robert Bolick. Showing a quick double here. Mocon, oh, what a play inside to Bahio. Basket in 1.
That time, good recognition by NLEX as they saw 2 guys on Bolick, and on ball reversal, quick pass to the middle, and Bahio was found open.
Well, it was those types of plays, Coach, this type of execution that was absent in that fourth quarter for the NLEX Road Warriors.
This is the execution that Coach Jong wanted to see with his team in this game.
Well, we saw it in that fourth quarter, Coach, wherein it felt like the possession would drag out if most of their screens were blown up and there was not much that they could do.
Yep.
Here's Santillan. Oh, Jonathan Clarito almost lost his footing, had to give back. Santillan. Andre Karakut. Karakut against Robert Bolick. Finding Santillan again. Bahia right in front of him. Spins, runs into Cyrus Torres. He says, yep, that's a foul. And that time, the timing not quite there for Torres. And quick timeout on the floor. Rain or shine, sue for it. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Pilipinas Live? I can watch me. Pilipinas Live lets me watch in different angles.
You are still watching the 49th season of the PBA Philippine Cup here on PBA Rush and the Pilipinas Live app. Pure effort. That is how Coach Yang Diao described Rain or Shine's Game 1 win over NLEX, a performance that for him was perfectly captured by John Clarito's monster 20-point, 21-rebound outing. Coach Yang also credited their defensive success, especially in limiting Robert Bolick to a low-efficiency game. But heading into this do-or-die, he is not banking on the same conditions. He acknowledged that things could play out very differently this time. For him, defense will be the biggest key if Rain or Shine wants to move on to the next round, which means improving across the board from offensive rebounding to sharing the ball better and to quickly finding the hot hand when it matters most. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bea Escudero. I want to re-emphasize that point defensively, Coach, because we saw it in practically all of the quarterfinal games that we've had here so far. The team that defends better has been the side that has come out typically with the win, as Bahia goes inside and oh, what a reversal!
What a shot there by Bahio. He was able to read the defense, was able to avoid that defense with a Euro step, and at that time finishing it on the left side with 2 points and a foul.
Well, here's Bahio trying to extend the lead here for the NLEX Road Warriors. 8 points in the game for him to start off, as JP Bahio already outpacing himself. He only had 6 last time around.
Although I know he had double figures in rebounds.
Yes, he did, Coach. He had 14 rebounds. What a game from him last time around. Santillan wants a 3, can't get it, as it will go to Nieto.
That's the guy also who's considered as a barometer for Rain or Shine. Every time Santillan plays really well, they win. Look at that double team early on to Bolick.
Again, it's know your personnel. They don't want Bolick to have too much influence in this game, as Gabe Norwood with the miss. Santillan with a basket and one.
Again, that offensive rebound creating problems for NLEX. Three offensive rebounds and baskets for Rain or Shine. You can see here, Santillan going up for that rebound and a putback.
Well, you have to be frustrated if you're Coach Yang Diao, because the offensive rebounding battle, at least early on here, has been much in favor for the NLEX Road Warriors. That means they can't end possessions for the NLEX Road Warriors.
That's right.
Santi Santillan with a chance here to make it a 1-point game, and he does so. Shooter's touch.
Yep.
Here's Robert Bolick bringing this one down. 15-14. Very little separating these two. Brandon Ramirez. Now to Nieto. Finding JP Bahio. Bahio against Santillan. Now Bolick up top. 8 seconds on the shot clock here. Big pick from Ramirez. They get the switch. Kalen Chongson against Robert Bolick. Bolick pulls up. Can't get it to go, as it will go to Mocon with a veteran move. You know, I've watched JB Mocon play for a very long time from his college days. Sometimes I forget he can do veteran moves like that.
Oh yes, definitely. He's a smart player. You know, has won championships in college. And I'm sure with those vast experience, they'll be able to use it here for NLEX.
Here's Bolick on the attack, sidestepping Kalen Johnson. Big rebound
Yes.
from Brandon Ramirez.
That's the guy that was forgotten in the fourth quarter. He only played 16 minutes, scored 11 points. And that guy is very good in getting offensive rebounds as well.
Jonard Clarito now, 3-point lead for NLEX Road Warriors. Here's Asisio. They go back to Kalen Johnson, working against Brandon Ramirez, one-on-one. The bigs going at it, finding Jonard Clarito. What a find!
For Clarito, positioning himself at the right place for that drop pass and a basket.
Brandon Ramirez, he has so much strength. He just bullied
Yes.
Kalen Johnson.
Oh, back-to-back baskets for Ramirez. This guy is an instant offense for NLEX.
Oh, but what about Gian Mamuyak? Gian Mamuyak, so quick, slow to recover though. As Valdez with the offensive foul off the drive. And Gian Mamuyak right now is struggling.
Again, you're talking about the tempo, the pace. And NLEX should be careful not to play the Rain or Shine's game, which is, you know, up and down game, open court game. NLEX is very, very good with half-court execution. As you can see here, a lapse in defense for NLEX, missing that, not being able to protect that drive by Mamuyak.
Well, Jim Mamuyak, we saw that turn of the ankle there. Hopefully he will be able to return. He's a tough cookie.
Yes.
So hopefully we get to see him later on. But that, without a doubt, will be painful. Here's Adrian Nocum coming in after the exit of Gian Mamuyak. Turnover here, Robert Bolick on the attack, on the move, but JB Mokon goes straight up, it's Antillan. Here's Bolick again, ball pops up and Nocum has it now.
Good stop there by Rain or Shine, foiling that fast break of NLEX.
Enoch Valdez with a loose ball foul. So that's two quick fouls, I believe, on Enoch Valdez on the offensive end for the NLEX Road Warriors. So it'll be free throws here for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. NLEX super time, or rather Rain or Shine super time. As we take a look at this again, watch Enoch Valdez. He will take away Adrian Nocum, I believe. Oh, rather not, but there was enough contact there seen by the referee.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, don't go away.
You know what I love about Pilipinas Live? I can watch me. Pilipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Pilipinas Love. I mean, Pilipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. What?
Brandon Ramirez, coach, he is a big man with a big body, 11.6 rebounds in only 16.1 minutes. It was not necessarily that efficient from the field goals, but it has been a memorable conference for him so far, coach.
Oh, definitely. This guy is gives NLEX quality minutes. And every time he's put in, he's given his own numbers, not only in scoring, but even in rebounds.
You know, I think look at Brandon Ramirez, and I'm reminded of a smaller Ali Peak. Right? Smaller Ali Peak, but with hair. Biggest difference there compared to our good friend Ali Peak. Wherever you are, we miss you. And Nocum gets that to go. Tie ball game here, 19-all. And there is no separating these two, coach.
Talking about Ramirez, Ali Peak and Brandon Ramirez, they're also very gentle.
Yes, they are. Very nice guys. Like you wouldn't think that they would be considering their size. Yep. Here's Robert Bolick on the attack, working on Santillan. And there is Enoch Valdez, but he couldn't finish. Nieto couldn't get it. What an effort from Malonzo. Anton Asisio now, using the pick of Kalen Johnson. Johnson has it. Size advantage. Oh, but Nocum slices, dices, loses it. Enoch Valdez is a 3-on-2 break. make it 4-on-2. They slow things down here, operating in the half court. Here's Robert Bolick reading the play. Bolick, Nokum right in front of him now. Enoch Valdez has it, but Anton Asisio in front of him. Bolick refuses the pick, goes strong inside, and Robert Bolick gives the lead back to the NLEX Road Warriors.
Yep, that's what Bolick needs to do more. Attack that ball screen by by rejecting it. And at the time, another transition basket for NLEX.
And right now, the NLEX Road Warriors starting to find a bit of a groove here. And Kevin Elasto set to check in next possession. Let's take a look at the Shine Elasto Painters here, Coach. A couple of empty possessions, but then they've also been beat down in the transition defense category.
Oh yeah, if they do not take care of the ball, that's what's gonna happen, as shown earlier.
Oh, what a spin coming from Santillan. He had the size advantage, and there's not much Valdez could do.
You have no help there coming from NLEX from the weak side, and that gave Santillan an easy basket.
Here's Robert Bolick attacking Nokum, and Robert Bolick has attacked the rim and found good results. Nokum, trying to feed Malonzo, but then we got to credit Policarpio there for occupying him.
If you see the defense of Rain or Shine and Bolick, they've been overplaying that right side, and that opens up the left. At that time, he was able to drive clearly to the basket for 2.
25-21, 58.9 left here. A quick update on Gian Mamuyak from Marbella Escudero. He will be okay. He has taken anti-inflammatory medicine to try and manage that sprain.
It's gonna take effect in 30 minutes.
Oh, let's see. He'll say that it's taking effect now. He wants to get on. Here is Nieto. Brandon Ramirez, size advantage over everyone, and Ramirez, high finish.
Brandon Ramirez playing only about 3 minutes in this game and has already scored 6 points.
Kalen Johnson, a 6-point lead for the Road Warriors. Nokum inside, a misses, and Policarpio gets the rebound. 1 second difference between shot and game clock, so Kevin Elasto will slow things down. Directing traffic here, and that will be a foul to give. So what really helped the NLEX Road Warriors here get this lead, Coach, was their transition offense right after stops. So their defense has been fueling their offense, but if you're Rain or Shine, you have to be wary of all of that.
A series of turnovers from Rain or Shine, although at that time they were the ones who turned it over, but recovered by Kevin.
And no one wants to keep it, and Enoch Valdez unable to get the finish. Oh, Valdez is there again!
Almost.
And right now, it has been a party here between these two. Great entertainment, a lot of effort, a lot of physicality, everything we love in playoff basketball, as Robert Bolick now has 9 points, 4 rebounds, 50% from beyond the arc. And Coach, he has helped steer NLEX to this lead.
Oh, definitely. He's starting as a man on fire and really bringing NLEX with this 6-point lead here in the first quarter. First quarter.
27-21, NLEX in charge. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name.
Let's take a look at Robert Bolick in the last game, Coach. 15 points and only 25% from beyond the arc. He was 0 of 8 from beyond the arc as well. You gotta say, Coach, not the high standards that he sets for himself. Though the 15 points were there, not an efficient day. If he becomes more efficient this time around, things could be a lot more different as we turn it over to Bea Escudero.
That is right, Pao. But what really stood out was really the zero makes from beyond the arc, something that clearly impacted NLEX's flow. I'm talking about Robert Bolick. Now, Robert admitted that it was just one of those games where Rainer Shine's defense got the better of him, especially down the stretch. But despite the off night, Coach Jong was quick to defend his guard, saying that Robert remains effective not just as a scorer, but as a player who draws defenders and creates space for others. Now, still, Robert isn't brushing off his performance. He knows the urgency of the moment and understands the energy that he needs to bring tonight. Well, with defenders like Mamuyak and Noko making it tough for him last game, Bolick says that he will need to double his efforts, stay aggressive, and find ways to impact the game in every possession. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bea Escudero. It just goes to show you what the effect of a Robert Bolick has, both offensively and defensively, because his misses turn into easy opportunities on the other side. But Coach, Robert Bolick and his importance in this game, I think, cannot be understated.
Well, Bolick realizes that the focal point of the defense of Rainer Shine is to stop him. You know, he tried to involve his teammate. That's the reason why Torres really exploded in the third quarter. But again, now he understands that he has to be more aggressive. He should learn how to read those double teams and be able to score off it.
Here's Kevin Alas. Fajardo now. Up top, as Alas is trying to get free. Nocum with a great denial. And that's just good defense from the Rainer Shine Elasto Painters.
Yeah, Rainer Shine reading really well that backdoor play by NLEX.
Chris Porter. Working with Malonzo. Malonzo trying to make something happen, but no dice. And the question now is, can Rainer Shine start to take advantage? Policarpio triggers a three-ball, and that's good. This three-point shot is brought to you by Rexona. Stay cool in the heat of the game with Rexona Ice Cool. It won't let you down. Here's the Cistion now to Porter. Adrian Nocco. Brandon Ramirez right in front of him. Nocum is quick. He gives it to Santillan. That little push shot is good, and that has been a bit of a signature there for Santillan.
Oh, that pattern, that what do you call that? Floater, a one-hand floater.
Parang nahihiya,
Oh,
but it still works.
Seen that a lot of times when he was still playing for LaSalle.
Here's Nieto and Fajardo combining, and Fajardo will go and shoot two. Now, Fajardo is one of those gritty players that Coach Jong loves. Able to give 100% effort all the time.
Yeah, Porter was not able to get there in time as Fajardo was cutting to the basket. That caused that foul and 2 free throws for Fajardo now.
And of course, Chris Porter coming into this Rainer Shine team after Big Bo Belga had to be deactivated due to some issues.
What's good about Porter is he's very familiar with Coach Yang's system.
Unforgettable awaits. Watch the 2025 NBA Finals this June on NBA TV Philippines from One Sports, RPTV, and Pilipinas Live. Hashtag NBA on Signal. Hashtag everything counts. Well, of course, Indiana and OKC with Game 7 very, very soon. Oh, excited for that one. But we're excited for this too, because right now it is still anyone's ball game here. 33-25 in favor for NLEX Road Warriors off the miss from Rainer Shine. Policarpio on the move, on the attack, stretches for two.
Policarpio with a back-to-back baskets for NLEX as Rainer Shine struggles to find their basket from the three-point area.
Here's Adrian Nocum. Adrian Nocum is one of those players who can be quiet for most of the game, then suddenly explode for 1 quarter. But that time, Chris Porter is the one making all the noise. His three-point shot is brought to you by Rexona. Stay cool in the heat of the game with Rexona Ice Cool. It won't let you down.
Rainer Shine shooting at 15% clip from the three-point area.
Dominic Fajardo. Oh, how did he get that in?
Dominic Fajardo, one of the players that really excelled during the PBA 3x3, showing his wares here in the 5-on-5.
Another turnover. Semerad outruns everybody.
That's the 7th turnover of Rainer Shine. They've been paying with that. They're paying with those turnover points by NLEX.
Oh, and another turnover. And that'll be a loose ball foul against Kevin Alas.
Almost. That could have been an easy fast break point for NLEX.
Let's take a look at this one first, Coach, because here is the steal. Nieto will see the on-rushing Semerad, and Semerad just too quick for Chris Porter. Kanan Johnson comes in for Chris Porter. Robert Bolick also back in the ball game here for the NLEX Road Warriors. Santillan to Nokum, finding Asisio. Switching D here, coming from the NLEX Road Warriors. That's a 4-pointer. And that's good! Anton Asisio with a big basket to keep NLEX within touching distance.
There's a player from Rain or Shine that's capable of burying those 4 points. It's Anton Asisio. He's done that a lot of times when he was playing for Ateneo.
No good that time for Policarpio, who apologizes quickly to Coach Jong. Let's take a look at that again. This was under a very short shot clock. Had to get rid of it before time expired.
Yeah, that happened because his man helped out on the drive. And he was just waiting for that pass from the 4-point area.
Elasto eager with that steal attempt. Gets more of the man than any of the ball. 39-32. 8:06 left here in the first half. Adrian Nokum back to Asisio. Asisio pulls out. He wants another one. Oh! Anton Asisio! 8 points from beyond 2 arcs.
Oh, that's the value of the 4-point play. All of a sudden, the lead has been cut down to 3. Anton Asisio has been the man of the hour here for Rain or Shine.
Semerad makes it a 5-point ball game. And here's Asisio again. Red hot hand. And Santillan will try and get 2 the hard way.
You know, that 2 4-point shots of Asisio happened because NLEX was displaying their matchup zone, as you can see there.
Well, take a look at this. 41-36. Santillan a chance to make it a 3-point game yet again. And they look at the perimeter points here. And let's be fair here, okay? Because 8 perimeter points for NLEX, that's literally 8 perimeter points of Anton Asisio.
Yes, exactly. Half of that came from Anton Asisio after making 2 4-point shots. But look at the numbers of Leonard Santillan. 16 points, 50% from the clip, 7 rebounds. You know, for Rain or Shine to win this game, he needs to duplicate or even better his output in their last game.
I mean, all know he has the potential to do so, as Leonard Santillan misses there. NLEX Road Warriors still leading 41-37, but then a couple of 4-point bombs from Anton Asisio has got them a bit nervy here. Here's Fajardo. Giving to Robert Bolick. Adrian Nokum with the tap. It falls to Semerad. Here's Kevin Alas. Kalen Johnson on him. He feels like he could get past him. Kalen Johnson keeping the hands up, and that will be a foul on Fajardo of the rebounding attempt. 5 fouls already on the Road Warriors with 7:13 left here in the second quarter. We gotta watch that count soon. With only 1 foul on the Rain and Shine Elasto Painters, because this could turn into a possession to the free throw line.
Yep.
Asisio, now to Kalen Johnson. Kalen Johnson, oh, what a find to Santillan.
He really, Johnson timed his pass as soon as he sees that the man of Santillan turn his head, was able to find him on that cutting to the basket.
And credit Santillan also for realizing, all right, you're not looking at me, I'm going.
Yeah.
Here's Bolick. Go to the corner to Semerad, and no dice. And the ball falls back to Semerad, and bodies are on the floor. Everyone wants it. Who'll get it? Fajardo has it, and there's going to be a foul blown. And the foul will be, I believe, on Anton Asisio.
Yep.
Who
he fouled Fajardo on that loose ball.
Yeah, he swung for the ball, but I think he just got Fajardo. Okay, so let's try to make sense of all of this. There's the dive. He tries to give it to Fajardo.
Just a tap on the leg.
That was, it wasn't any hit.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was trying to go for. Let's take a look at this again. Anton Asisio. So Fajardo will get it here, but goes to ground. And you see Anton Asisio.
How are you, buddy? How are you, buddy?
A love tap from Anton Asisio as Fajardo got a little tap on the hip.
You love to see those type of actions, you know, diving for loose balls. And that shows how intense and how important this game is.
41-39 here as NLEX Road Warriors still in charge. But you know what? Credit Anton Asisio for the effort. All right, so Robert Bolick set to inbound things here with the NLEX Road Warriors still in the lead. They have a 2-point advantage. Bahio. Now to JV Mocon. Cyrus Torres up top. Cyrus has been a bit quiet here. Let's see what he does.
Rakot got hit there.
And Robert Bolick trying to take advantage. The shot, no good. And the ball falls to Santillan. Here's Andre Caracol. With it to Santillan. Kalen Johnson. He has that shot as well. Ramirez not biting though. He takes it strong, kicks it out. Caracol. 10 seconds on the shot clock. The slip. Robert Bolick has it, and Robert Bolick will get the easy finish.
Rain or Shine has been having those slips. Earlier it was Clarito, now it's Caracol.
Santillan. Oh, the fancy footwork from Santillan.
Santillan's been running rings around his defenders in the post. He scored again.
Points of turnovers here, Coach. 11 here for the NLEX Road Warriors. That has been a problem.
Yep, that's big.
Robert Bolick on the charge. And that would be off the pass. But Robert Bolick may have gotten hit on the head. May have ran into the elbow
of Clarito.
Clarito. Timeout on the floor here. NLEX suit for time. They still have a 2-point advantage with 5:26 left here in the first half. Don't go away.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live.
Medyo worried ako kasi gustong-gusto niyang tapusin yung laro pero sabi niya medyo medyo masakit at saka baka hindi siya makatulong kung nandun siya sa loob. Medyo blurred yung tingin niya.
Of Coach Yang Giao talking about Leonard Santillan, if I'm not mistaken there. Of course, he's such a big factor here. They need him completely healthy. Not just for this matchup, but of course for a potential next round matchup as well. You know, when we were talking about the potential matchup against the TNT Tropang 5G for either of these teams, either way it'll be tough.
Oh yes.
But then guys like Santillan will have to be able to be fit to guard guys like RR Pogoy and Calvin Octana in particular.
Oh yes, they need all the help that they can get if they get into this series, get through this series, because TNT, they've beefed up their lineup as well. Rosser is back, and
Jordan Heading there, yeah.
Heading is there. So pretty much their complete lineup and very balanced. And NLEX has gotten back here again with their zone.
Yeah, straight to a zone after that 2-2-1. Giving Rainer Shine a lot to think about here. And that's a good stop with Robert Bolick attacking Nokom, finding Mocon, and that's an easy 2. Transition points, points from turnover.
That's
that
already
is what
13, right? 13 points off turnovers.
And almost another one, but then there's a swipe from Ramirez.
Rain or Shine has got to figure out how to beat this zone of NLEX, as they've been piling up with those turnovers and giving up a lot of fast break points.
And there's another one, 47-41. Here's the first free throw coming from Santillan. Philippines Live Shorts is here. Catch exclusive bite-sized content from your favorite sports icons like Vanny Gandler, Fifi Sharma, Dina Wong, and more. From hobbies to behind-the-scenes moments. Download the Philippines Live app and update to the latest version to access Philippines Live Shorts for free. Here is Santillan. 6-point lead for the NLEX Road Warriors. Make that 5. With 4:50 left here, NLEX have to be careful with their fouls because they are in the penalty. 6 steals here for 2-2 in favor of the Rain Shine Elasto Painters. Rather, in favor of the NLEX Road Warriors. JB Mocon goes inside. No calls as the referee. As Bahio couldn't convert. Jonas Carito with a rebound. And the Caracol. Now to Santillan. Working against the zone. Caracol left open with the fake pass.
NLEX, that time very unsuccessful with their zone, as Caracol was able to figure out how to get the 3 off.
Well,
the defense.
The NLEX Road Warriors have been doing a great job at running in transition, coach. But then Rain or Shine shooting has been keeping them in this ball game. As JB Mocon couldn't get that one to fall.
I feel that the zone defense off transition is very difficult to do, as it opens up a lot of shooters.
Here's Caracol. Oh, Andre Caracol! Everything but the finish.
Oh, they're gonna review. Okay. No need for review.
No need for review. The referees corrected themselves. Let's take a look at that again. Everything but the finish. That would have been a great highlight for Andre Caracol. But either way, it is a 2-point lead still for the NLEX Road Warriors. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
6 left here in the first half, with NLEX Road Warriors with a 2-point advantage, but already in foul trouble here. They will send Rain or Shine to the line with every single foul attempt, rather foul made, as the NLEX Road Warriors will try to hold on to this lead. Transition D playing a good part here, but then take a look at Jonathan Carito's numbers, coach. He's had a couple of flashy rebounds. Unfortunately, only 3 rebounds so far. But still, Rain or Shine within touching distance, coach.
Yeah, not very successful yet with his point production, but you cannot question his effort. You know, he'll be there, he'll compete, he'll be active, and who knows, come fourth quarter, he'll be there again.
And bodies up in the air. It falls back to the NLEX Road Warriors, who have been so great running the ball here. That time, the touch will be against Rain or Shine, it looks like, as we turn it over to Bea Escudero.
Jonner Clarito delivered one of the most memorable performances of his career with a career high on the boards. Jonner shared that the turning point came during a huddle where he locked in on what he needed to do to help the team, which meant going all in on the rebounds. The term "wisbuhay" came up repeatedly in his post-game interview, a testament that he said to his dedication and refusal to let the team lose. And while he humbly said many of those rebounds just fell into his hands, it is clear that they were the result of hustle, grit, and heart. Now, heading into tonight, Jonner knows a repeat performance isn't guaranteed, so his focus shifts. This time, it's about trusting his teammates, helping get them going early and doing whatever it takes to keep their campaign alive. Gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bea Escudero. As right now, looks like Andre Caracot has hit the deck. He hit a 3 just a while ago. Offensive foul on Dominic Fajardo. As it's slow to get up here for Andre Caracot. But then back to the point here, as you take a look at that 3 ball right in the face of Robert Bolick. Back to the point here of our Bea Escudero. Talking about Jonard Clarito and the efforts. He says that, okay, something fell to his hand, but he has to be at the right place at the right time, and that is a skill in itself.
Oh yes, getting rebounds, I feel, is about effort. You know, you have to exert effort to be able to out-rebound other players.
And Adrian Nocum with a sorry miss after going downhill and getting free. Here's Mocon. Now Robert Bolick. Bolick against Nocum here. Switching defense with Gabe Norwood right in front of him. Gabe Norwood, one of the better perimeter defenders in general in Philippine basketball. JV Mocon can't get the 3 ball to go. Jonard Clarito with a rebound, which is forward and too high for Nocum. And Coach Yang Yao. His reaction there, clear to see for everyone.
And NLEX doing a better job stopping that transition offense of Rain or Shine.
JV Mocon to Dominic Fajardo. Tyrus Torres, and now be a foul from Nocum, who was, well, too close to Bolick. And right now, take a look at Adrian Nocum's numbers, Coach. Only 1 point, 0 of 2 from the field. But then I will always remind everyone, Adrian Nocum needs just 1 quarter to get up to his usual numbers.
Yep, he's a streaky player, and you have to watch out because when he gets going, it's hard to stop him. And he has shown that in a lot of games here in this conference.
JV Mocon against Andre Caracot. Size advantage for JV. JV trying to play bully ball inside, but Jonard Clarito's a bigger bully. Here's Clarito. Attacking Ramirez, gets through, and that will be a block from Ramirez.
Good block there by Ramirez over the streaking Clarito. But still, possession goes back to Rain or Shine.
Just good timing there from Ramirez. As he goes to the corner to Nocum. Nocum not yet. Fajardo. Oh, and that'll be a foul against Andre Caracot.
NLEX has been pushing that ball and trying to score in transition, and they've been very successful so far. They scored 11 points off fast break, and they've gotten a lot of fouls from Rain or Shine as well.
Well, Gian Mamuyak is set to come in after suffering a slight sprain in the first quarter. You mentioned it will take probably 30 minutes for the meds to take effect. Well, it hasn't been 30 minutes, Coach, but he's back.
Yes.
Dominic Fajardo set to shoot a couple. Extend the lead here for the NLEX Road Warriors. And he gets a second one to go. Now Mamuyak. It's a 2-point game. Rather 3-point game between these two. Mamuyak,
no foul there.
Mocon on the attack with Bolick. Bolick gets it, and Bolick will finish it. And they're saying that wasn't Mamuyak hit on that attempt. Coach Yang Yao not happy with that. Let's take a look at that again. And boy, Cyrus Torres with a great defensive effort. JV Mocon with the find to Robert Bolick. The lead extends. It's 53-48 with a minute 28 left here in the first half. As we hold on to the air here, Coach. The NLEX Road Warriors, it feels like they are doing what Rain or Shine actually does well, which is run with the ball. And they have found a way to take advantage in fast break situations. Let's take a look at JV Mocon. What a leader here for NLEX Road Warriors in that first game.
Now, Mocon has been doing a splendid job defensively, but in game 1, he scored 16 points as well and 11 rebounds, remarkable stats. And right now, his team really needs him to really step up and hopefully help his team get to the semifinals.
Well, JV Mocon has been contributing well here so far, as the NLEX Road Warriors are looking to put away the upstart Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. 1:28 left here in the first half. Here's JV Mocon on your screen. Set to defend them. 15 minutes, 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Not quite a great shooting performance for him yet, coach, but then he has contributed in different ways. Showing zone again are the NLEX Road Warriors. They've had a couple of three-pointers here, Dominic and Shine Elasto Painters, and they get an open look from Mamuyak again, but then that was blocked by Dominic Mahardo, but Nokum is there.
Oh, blessing in disguise there, as Nokum was right underneath the basket waiting for that ball to land in his hands.
Cyrus Torres hands up to Dominic Fajardo. Robert Bolick against Gabe Norwood. Gabe Norwood almost got that tap. Dominic Fajardo playing the pick and roll. John Clarito's there, but then he let his hands down. Talking about John Clarito. And that is why you have to have that nice legal bump to get the hands down on your defender.
Fajardo has been very successful so far, getting those fouls every time he drives to the basket.
Coach Yangyao not happy with that call. He felt that
it wasn't called from the other side.
Let's take a look at that again, Coach. Take a look at the hands of Clarito after the contact here. There. Yep. Just lowered the hands, but then Coach Yangyao would argue that was because of the contact, and it wasn't called on the other end, like you mentioned. As Fajardo splits the free throws, 4-point lead here. Gian Muya will go back to the zone for the NLEX Road Warriors. Mamu. Noklum. Great play here. Gabe Norwood uses his length to get an easy 2.
Good execution there by Rainer Shine. Very patient, moving that ball and finding those open gaps to create that shot.
Here's Nieto. Fajardo. Robert Bolick now. 7 seconds on the shot clock to play with. Robert Bolick. Right at the face of Jonah Clarito. No dice. JB Mocon there, but what a swat. But still, the NLEX Road Warriors still can't get it. How many chances do they need? Fajardo hits the deck and is fouled.
They're gonna call a foul on Rainer Shine as Fajardo hits his head hard on the deck, on the court, on the flooring.
Well, of course, a moment of concern here for Fajardo because actually, right after he hit the deck, he wasn't even able to hold on to the ball. So 2-point lead for NLEX Road Warriors, but the NLEX Road Warriors missed a catalog of chances at the rim, and the Raiders and Elasto Painters couldn't end the possession. Let's take a look at this again. I forget how many offensive rebounds this was, but Mocon had another chance there. Still nothing. So watch Dominic Fajardo, and there.
Not sure who was called for a foul there.
I believe it might be Santillan on that.
Oh yeah. His arm hit his hands hit the arms of Fajardo.
So right now he's gonna try and take his time here. As looks like Fajardo is still feeling the after effects of everything. And he's saying he's okay. Well, warning here for the Shine Elasto Painters. As Dominic Fajardo is set to try to extend the lead. And next, and misses the first free throw.
The second miss so far from the free throw line. So we still have a second remaining here in the first half.
The heat from Nokum, and almost! That was close! That would have given them the lead.
Oh, yeah. That should be a 10-point shot, 10-point play.
Oh my goodness, Nokum, so close. Well, let's take a look at some of the highlights here from Santi Santillan, who has 8 points in the second quarter, 13 points overall, 4 rebounds and 2 blocks, coach. He has been providing a lot of spark here for Rainer Shine.
Oh, definitely. He has stepped up big here in the first half, scoring underneath the basket from those mid-range jumpers, and so far they've come close to NLEX with 3 points.
3-point lead here for the NLEX Road Warriors at the end of the first half. Don't go away. We've got a great one for you. We'll be right back.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Pilipinas Live? I can watch me. Pilipinas Live lets me watch in different angles.
Mga ka-PBA, konting break muna tayo sa basketball as we celebrate the PBA Sana Fun Run 2025. Aside from the different race categories, marami rin mga surprises at prizes na naghihintay sa ating mga runners. It is time na mag-enjoy and get fit. Kaya naman kung ready na kayo, tara samahan nyo kami sa saya.
50+ brands lang. From the 2020-10, nagulat ako na sobrang 96 brands, 97 brands yung nag-participate in this 10th year, isang dekada ng PBA Fun Run. So, sobrang sold out. And it's our first time na sold out yung lahat ng race kits namin.
Siyempre masaya na naging part ulit ako sa PBA Fun Run natin kasi last year, nag-attend din kami, ganito rin, marami rin tao. So nakakatuwa na sa Pilipinas, ang dami talagang runners. And alam naman natin na click ngayon yung mga fun run dito sa atin sa Pilipinas.
That's great. Honestly, you see the people who really like troop out to join this fun run for a great cause. Parang yun na you see the love for the PBA, love for the community, and parang it's really worked both ways. Kaya nakakataba ng puso talaga makita talaga lahat ng tao today.
Actually, itong PBA run is yearly po ako sumasali since nung pinakauna pa pong patakbo ng PBA. Kasi napakaganda po kasi ng papanran nila. Maraming mga freebies, may mga PBA runners na kaya nainganyo din po ako sumali dito.
Okay naman po. Ang dami pong sobrang laki po ng mga prizes. Good din po siya sa amin, mga varsity students na may stock kami sa dorm, ganun. Kaya happy din naman po kami sa result and outcome, tsaka marami pong freebies. Sa PBA po and then sa Usana and sa iba't ibang sponsors po, maraming salamat sa tulong nyo and sa cooperation nyo po at naging successful at maganda ang outcome ng run.
And reactions from runners na para daw sila na grocery, para daw sila may pangkabuhayan showcase sa dami ng freebies. That's the intention naman ultimately for us to sort of give back to the fans in more ways than one.
All proceeds of the run will be for the benefit of our Alatong PBA beneficiary.
The challenge is for us to upstage this one. The challenge is for us to make a bigger, a more exciting. We have all sorts of partner brands na talaga naman nagpapalaki, nagpapaganda na itong event natin. Maraming salamat po sa pagsuporta, sa pag-participate sa PBA USANA Run 2025. Sa mga hindi nakasali, we will have a bigger, a more exciting event in store for you in the next season. So, sana po sa next season makasali naman kayo.
Yes, I would like to thank this opportunity po to everyone, lahat na nag-participate dito sa PBA Run, PBA USANA Run 2025, isang dekada po. Thank you USANA, thank you Robinson's Land, thank you Bridgetown for allowing us to stage this wonderful and big event dito sa PBA USANA Run 2025.
Sa North Court, nagulat nga ako.
Torres, bullet pass over to Paulie. Pinali pa. Bago pinadala, Junel with a hit.
And remember, Policarpio did not play in a lot of games.
They will reset. Munson tinawag si Flores para makapag-pick and roll. Slide naman si Flores, kaya naman pala. Ganoon.
4 na puntos na yan. Puro layup ang ginawa niya ni Flores. No? And we're tied at 7-all. He's solid. Tingnan mo ito about the 6'1", 6'1.5" player. Pero solid ang kataw. Oh, backdoor. Goodbye.
Bahia with a nice placement para dito kay Policarpio.
Well, Bahia is one of the
Yung 8-point lead nung halftime.
Naubos eh.
Naging 2 na lang. Munson to tie again. No. Onwubere cleans it up. May kasama bang foul?
3 offensive rebounds in a space of 2 plays coming down. Sydney Onwubere.
Ramirez, Valdez, Torres, and Herndon as their 5. Bolick against Flores. Taking it to the chest of Cade and 1 para kay Berto.
Change the pace. Trying to run now, trying to get some fast breaks. CJ Perez just one of the best, if not the best in the league in finishing fast breaks.
Suerte. Perez will attack. Blocked upstairs by Suerte. The pass ahead. Will he save it? Yes, he does. Look at Arana. A smart play. Bumps into the defender and finishes. The save wasn't the best, but he was able to recover. And he got it. Exactly. What an effort mula kay Justin Arana. You know, that's why he gets high and low fives from his teammates. First, the defense from Ray Suerte. Now Winston. He'll take on. Oh, he crossed him over. And then the bucket.
Wow. Parehong galing Lasal yan.
That's right. Dami ninyo ngayon ah. Oh, ganda naman nun. Nice move, Shawnee. And it's okay, Gerald, because you didn't hit the deck naman. No ankles broken there. But nasa may liig ni Stockton.
May Alaska
Aces pa rin. Luman stuck. Oh, look at CJ getting away. He's had 3 or 4 of the easiest layups you'll have.
Tinamaan sa ribs nitong si CJ Perez.
They go to Arana, spins around. Basket is good. And CJ is still in pain.
Rodriguez there, expect San Miguel to go to that high pick and roll with Kumar and CJ.
A stop in midair. Converge. Trailing by 1. Shawnee hangs. Oh, he gets the basket. He got it to go.
Attacking them all the way. Itong si Shawnee Winston this 4th quarter, he has been playing beautiful basketball, offensively, defensively.
The hour for Converge. Atake. Medium range. Ahoy! Ahoy!
Just too quick.
Too sweet on that J.
They're going to need to defend itong si Shawnee Winston.
This one up, just 9 seconds remaining. They go to Ayon. He'll fly in the lane. Hang in the air. Get it to go! Umupo sa ere, partner. RK Ilagan takes the jumper. That's good. Swak na swak.
Ganda ng pagkapasa na. He knows he's quicker than Jason Ferguson. Dribble right, change direction, konting step back para separation, pull up Jay.
Check that, it's down to 10 rather.
For making changes in your lineup, and by the way, wala nang trade possible. No? So you can only pick up free agents, and you can only sign up players who who have expired contracts. So the deadline is June 16, 12 noon to change your lineups.
Or any other club for that matter. Sangalang's turnaround does not connect. It's on the floor. That's a typical turnaround by Navarro, who was yelling for a foul as well.
Navarro doing his best to try to keep Magnolia strong on the inside.
Lucero attacks. It's on the ground. De La Rosa Lee shakes free for a four.
Oh, he's got 7 points all from deep. And we mentioned that earlier. Paul Lee hits a shot better from 4 than from 3.
And the pass intended for Quinito Henson does not arrive. Team Gang rebounding. Obstana! No! Aram staying in the backcourt. He will wait for Sangalang. Oh, that pass from the high to the low post, read by the defense of TNT, and that's gonna work on the out.
You know what I love about Pilipinas Live? I can watch me. Pilipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No.
PBA quarterfinals for the Philippine Cup. Rain or shine, still training, and NLEX Road Warriors 55-52 here at the Nino Aquino Stadium. Hello, I'm Paolo de Rosario, alongside Coach Eric Altamirano. Escudero will join us on the sideline later on. Coach, right now, interesting battle because the stats don't make sense to me.
Yep.
We're going to take a look at some of the numbers here for both these teams because the NLEX Road Warriors have a huge advantage in terms of offensive rebounding, 13-4. Pero coach, paano to? They only have 2 second chance points in this game as we take a look at that here.
Well, as you can see, just like what you mentioned, they had 14 offensive rebounds, but they were not able to convert it to points.
And right now, the big advantage there, so 27-19 in favor of rebounding. A lot of them offensive rebounds, by the way, 13 offensive rebounds.
But what's glaring here is the fast break points,
yes.
13-0, but most of those fast break points came from the turnovers of Rain or Shine. And that's one of the things probably Coach Yang is now addressing or has addressed during the halftime break.
Robert Bolick leading the charge for all scorers here with 17 points. Leonard Santillana, Andre Caraco leading the way with 13 and 12 for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Anton Cisio has a couple of 4-pointers here. But notable here, Coach, for the NLEX Road Warriors, it's still not in their top scorers are the likes of JV Momon, or the likes of Kevin Alas, and Cyrus Torres.
Even Torres, yeah.
Cyrus Torres played well. Cyrus Torres, in fact, has 0 points in this game so far. While for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, they're still waiting for an explosion coming from Adrian Tofu. Maybe John Clarito only has 2 points in this game as well. So a lot of valuable contributors could shine in the second half, Coach.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure they're just waiting on the wings, waiting for those kick-out passes by Bolick. But, in the first half, Rain or Shine decided not to double-team Bolick. And that's the reason why he's been driving to the basket, trying to take advantage of that one-on-one defense on him by Rain or Shine.
So Kellen Johnson just checking how much he can hug Robert Bolick with our referee here. As we take a look at the playoff picture here between these two, or rather for the entire conference. TNT Tropang 5G getting past the Magnolia Hotshots in a fantastic game just a while ago.
Yes.
A chance here for either NLEX or Rain or Shine to book a ticket against them in a best-of-7 semifinals. When the other side, what a titanic matchup.
Oh, yes.
San Miguel and Ginebra.
That's going to be a big game come the semifinals. But also, whoever wins here will have a very interesting matchup in the semifinals.
Third quarter, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at the Nino Aquino Stadium. Once again, I'm Paulo Del Rosario alongside Coach Eric Altamirano. He's Robert Bolick, who just drained a three-pointer to extend the lead here for the NLEX Road Warriors. Bea Escudero will join us on the sideline later on.
I believe that's the first three of Bolick since the last game. It's been 0 of 8 there, but right now he has made his first shot here in the second half with a 3.
Actually, Robert Bolick had a 3 a while ago as well, so this is his second three-pointer. But Anton Asisio,
talking about the guy,
he only scores from the outside. Anton Asisio, 2 4-pointers and a 3-pointer to go for a cool 11 points in the game. Here's Semerad. So the shooting has been very good here for Rain or Shine. They're shooting 40% from beyond the 2 arcs. So that is 6 of 15 when combined the 3-pointers and 4-pointers. Here's Bahio. Oh, that was an inventive shot that doesn't result in anything. 3-point lead still for NLEX.
He had to take that shot because the time was running out.
Santillan working on Bahio, showing off his footwork. Good defense there from JP Bahio. JB Mocon working against Jonah Clarito. And that time, Clarito winning out on the defensive end. But then JB Mocon, they're battling, they're working, and that will be a jump ball. What an effort there from JB Mocon, though. Gets his own miss.
Yep. Against Clarito.
Yeah.
On that possession. As you can see, a good deflection there by Clarito off a shot by Mocon. But for scramble for that possession, nobody wanted to give up.
Actually, it's a good thing that the whistle blew already for a jump ball, because Jonah Clarito did have a foot outside right before that, right after the call was made. So here is Robert Bolick. Bolick working on Santillan, loses the handle, tries to give it to Bahio. Will stay with the white shirts.
Again, Bolick will continue to attack that switch. He knows he has the advantage.
2.1 left here in this shot clock. Oh, and what a find to Torres in the corner.
Yes.
We were wondering where he was the entire game, and here he is. And an offensive foul on Kalen Chongson. Semerad on the ground.
Well, these two has been at it since game 1.
And Coach Yang Yao more upset at Kalen than anything, actually.
Yes. He said, this is not the time for that. This is a very important game. But talking about Torres earlier, after he buried that 3, Torres, as we know, exploded in the third quarter in that game 1.
He was 0 of 2 in that first half. As you take a look at that foul from Chongson, at that time, that was just Semerad knowing how to draw the foul.
Yeah.
He just slowed down at the right time, Coach.
Yeah, but you can see there, Semerad really stood his ground, wanting that contact. And he was able to sell that to the refs for that offensive foul.
Here is Cyrus Torres. JP Bahio. After Robert Bolick. Bolick now. Working on Santillan. Very deliberate. And that time, it's just great one-on-one play from Robert Bolick, but the result not quite there. Bahio to JB Mocon, and they are destroying Rain or Shine on the rebounding end.
Again, another offensive rebound by NLEX, but Mamuyak seems to be hurt. Holding on to his ankle.
Not quite sure what happened there. Let's take a look at this again.
Oh, there.
And got stepped on by Bahio. So we're going to go to a quick break here, 63-55. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
You know what I love about Pilipinas Live? I can watch me. Pilipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. That is Pilipinas Love. I mean, Pilipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games.
Sequence, Mamuyak was hurt. We'll see if we can get an update later on, as he is now back in the corner and will be treated. Rain or Shine still trailing NLEX. Asistio has been a dead shot from beyond the arc. This time takes it inside. Has to find someone. He does. Clarito in the corner. Clarito gets a triple. And looks like a foul was called. Not quite sure why.
They're going to review. There was a second motion after the three-point shot by Clarito. So we'll see who the referees will call a foul on.
And Rain or Shine are insisting it was a flop on Mokon. Watch Mokon here and Jongsun.
Oh no, it was Jongsun again involved on that play.
So let's see what the referees decide here.
Would that nullify that three?
We're going to find out together, Coach, because this could be a big swing. So it's a dead ball situation, so it will not nullify the three, but there will be a free throw for Robert Bolick here, because it was, they're saying it's a technical foul because it was during a dead ball situation.
Yep.
Here's Robert Bolick, one of the better free throw shooters in the entire PBA. I'm very comfortable saying that, Coach, for Robert
You
Bolick.
didn't jinx him.
Yeah. Normally there is a commentator's curse, but not that time. All right, so the lead extends here for the NLEX Road Warriors. 6-point lead, 64-58 to count. Cyrus Torres now. Here's Semerad. Galen Johnson right in front of him. JV Mokon. Finding Bahio at the key. 6 seconds left on shot clock here for the NLEX Road Warriors. And Bolick flips that up. Oh, he makes it anyway.
He was he wanted to pass that ball, but when he saw his teammate not open, he had to change in the last second to get that shot off and made it.
Santillan. Oh, the three ball has been keeping Rain or Shine's ball game, Coach.
Yep, those kick out passes that freed up the three-pointers. Second time for Rain or Shine.
5-point lead here. NLEX still up ahead. Here's JV Mokon, little bump, and gets the shooter's touch.
Yep, they didn't call an offensive foul or a blocking foul there.
Asistio. Now to Santillan. Santillan working, harrying that time. Going to line to shoot two.
Santillan has been very successful with those post-ups. Either he scores or he gets a foul. As you can see here, the drive by Mokon got Santillan off balance.
And there, JV Mokon has had a great game here so far. Very impactful. Not necessarily the highest scoring game for JV. As Bea Escudero has this report for us.
Following Coach E at the half, Coach Yang reminded his players that this will be a game of battle and not all of them can be won. But he did emphasize that there are areas where they must win, especially on the offensive rebounding department, which he pointed out led to 0 fast break opportunities in the first 2 quarters. Now, another concern were the turnovers, with Coach Yang urging his team to stay alert as NLEX continues to control the pace and use it to their advantage. So heading into the final 2 quarters, the call is clear: control the boards, especially on the offensive end. Now, as for NLEX, Coach Jong stressed before the game that offensive rebounding was a key priority, and so far they are seeing the results. So the focus now is on sticking to their system and staying sharp in execution, especially against Rain or Shine's defensive adjustments. Gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bea Escudero, and Coach Jong Wichito talked about the offensive rebounding being a big weapon, and that has been the case for Rain or Shine. The challenge, of course, is addressing that problem. Let's see what they can do. Because, Coach, in that first half, there were plus 13 attempts in favor of the NLEX Road Warriors against Rain or Shine.
Yep, they were not just successful in being able to get her, but let's see here, they're questioning that call of the refs, but the referee's staying with his decision to give the ball to
Rain or Shine. And Rain or Shine are insisting that there was a review called by NLEX. They want them to waste this call. Or rather not. So Rain or Shine are saying it's a challenge, and I believe there's a miscommunication. I think Rain or Shine were saying they were asking if NLEX made the challenge.
Yeah.
And then instead the challenge was called on Rain or Shine.
It was given to them. So of course NLEX will say, go ahead, take it. So it's a matter of choice here by the refs on who they're going to award that challenge. Both teams wanted to challenge.
Coach Jong Michiko will not react. And Coach Yang Yao obviously upset. I'm not quite sure what happened there, to be exact, Coach. To be quite honest. We're going to find out alongside all our viewers here. Well, Coach Yang Yao still adamant and looking for clarification. Because the Rain or Shine last time, because there is a challenge.
Yep. There was a challenge, but the question is,
who called it?
Who called it first?
And it looks like it's going to be charged to Rain or Shine. And the ball, by the way, was given to Rain or Shine.
Yeah, it looked like the last touch there was NLEX from our angle.
Not successful.
Now that's gonna make Coach Yang more upset because they said he did not call the challenge, and then it was given to the
Road Warriors,
and it turned out to be unsuccessful.
All right, so we're going to try and get more clarification on this later on because that was a confusing turn of events.
Back to the normal programming.
Yes, because either way, it is still a 6-point lead here for the NLEX Road Warriors. Here's JV Mocon. JV. Now Dominic Fajardo. Robert Bolick now. Bolick. Fajardo operating inside against Santillan. And that time Santillan comes away with a rebound and a loose ball foul against the NLEX Road Warriors.
Yeah, that time it was called on JV Mocon. Oh, Tony Semerad.
7:28 left here in the third quarter, and has been eventful here so far, Coach.
Yeah, it's been very physical so far. Both teams really fighting it hard, tooth and nail, to be able to get that last berth for the semifinals.
Kenan Chongsong working inside of Torres, size advantage for him. Crashes double team, shifts it to Nokum, and Dominic Fajardo is on the ground and battling for it. It will be a jump ball situation, and they're still going at it. Never let go of the ball. That's just the rule that they give each other. And Dominic Fajardo will jump this with Adrian Nokum. Let's take a look at this again, Coach. First of all, the grit here coming from Dominic Fajardo. He will dive for this one. Right there, and he'll hold on to it. He won't let it go. So they called it there. But then again, the pride in these two,
they
just
don't want to
never let go.
That's how valuable that ball is.
Ball pops up in favor of the NLEX Road Warriors. Rain and Shine couldn't get it. 6-point lead still. Robert Bolick on the attack. Goes inside and scores.
Ever reliable Bolick taking charge here in the third.
Santillan pulls up for three.
Oh. Big three there by Santillan. And that's going to get Rain or Shine going. They haven't been very successful with those transition threes so far.
Adrian Nocum with the foul on Fajardo. Loose ball foul there. Coach Yang Yao, airing your screens. Here's Robert Bolick. Now Dominic Fajardo. JB Mocon has it. Cyrus Torres now. Torres driving at Ciscio, and there's going to be a stab there coming from Ciscio. Or will that be on Chongson? Kalen Chongson be hit with the foul. Kalen Chongson with a little swipe. Not working out. Chance here for NLEX to extend their lead.
Well, Johnson had to help out on the drive by Torres as Ciscio was caught on that screen.
Let's go to John Chico on your screen. Who I'm sure is very happy with the work of the NLEX Road Warriors, especially in the rebounding department.
But I feel that they have, in terms of pace and tempo, I think the NLEX has been controlling the tempo here in this game.
Coach Yang Yao not happy with the call here.
Might get a P. It's already inside the court.
Just a warning.
Oh, yes, warning. Oh, yeah.
And you can understand why.
Yeah,
the
I can understand why Coach Yang was frustrated on that call.
And now here's Robert Bolick getting away from Ciscio first. Bolick puts that up, no dice. As NLEX Road Warriors will not be able to keep it alive.
Again, almost another offensive rebound by NLEX. Rain or Shine needs to do a better job blocking out and limiting the offensive rebounds of NLEX.
Here's Antonio Ciscio now. Adrian Nocum. Using pick from Kalen Johnson. Adrian Nocum. Santillan. Oh, relocates for three. The extra dribble, but Jonathan Carito, right place, right time.
Who else but Carito has been doing a yeoman's job keeping Rain or Shine at bay here in this game. Nocum has been very, very quiet in this game.
He has
so
been,
far.
Coach. Cyrus Torres trying to torture Ciscio. Torres puts the shot up, no dice.
Oh, that was a poor shot there by Torres. Here comes Rain or Shine.
Adrian Nocum, you mentioned, Coach, he has been quiet. Now working the pick and roll with Kalen Johnson. On the attack, and Adrian Nocum couldn't get it, but Santillan cleans it up.
What a tip in there by Santillan. And now big run here by Rain or Shine to cut the lead to 2.
71-69, NLEX Road Warriors soon for time. Take a look at this again. Nocum close, but Santillan closer. 71-69, 5:29 left here in the third quarter. We got a good one, folks. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the play,
Just a quick update on Gian Mamuyak. We did see him fall again early in this quarter, and it was in fact the same sprained ankle. Right now, the Team PTs are managing the pain on the affected area as they say that his health is the priority as to his availability to return. However, after speaking to Mamu, despite the pain rising from a 4 out of 10 to an 8, he is set on returning back to the ball game, knowing just how crucial this win is. Kao and Coach E, back to you.
Thank you so much for that report. That was by Escudero, and no one's doubting Gian's desire to return back to the court. But let's see if it is possible at all, as JB Mocon couldn't save the possession. Here is Adrian Nokum now. Nokum a bit quiet in this game so far. We'll get the pick from Santillan. Adrian Nokum trying to go downhill on Robert Bolick, trying to manufacture a shot in and out. And back to NLEX.
Nokum has been very unsuccessful with those drives. Almost, but not quite.
Robert Bolick shifts it to Nieto. Another ball handler here for the NLEX Road Warriors. Robert Bolick also very dangerous off the ball. Fajardo finds Ramirez. Ramirez using his big body inside. Ramirez makes it count.
Brandon Ramirez, instant offense for NLEX. He's been delivering when it matters and needs those type of points for NLEX.
Bully ball for Ramirez. Santillan, great fight to Gabe Norwood. Gabe has to turn things around, gets the foul, will shoot 2. Let's take a look at this again. Brandon Ramirez, coach. Old school bully ball inside. With light footwork for a guy his heft.
Look at his numbers, 10 points. Hasn't missed a field goal yet in this game.
Gabe Norwood gets the first of 2 free throws, making it a 3-point ball game. Now here is Gabe. And right now in this lineup, coach, I believe the only member of the Rain or Shine team who actually tasted the championship with Bo Belga not in the lineup at the moment.
Yes.
And that will go back to Rain or Shine.
I didn't see any reaction from Coach Jong, so might have agreed with the call.
Hey, Coach Jong's honest.
Again, NLEX staying with their zone now.
Here's Adrian Nokum. Pick the shot this time.
Still not
nothing.
there.
Still nothing from Adrian Nokum. He's trying though. Robert Bolick. Well, got caught up in the air and now bodies on the floor. It goes back to Nokum. Nieto fighting for it. And it'll go back to the NLEX Road Warriors.
Wow, good break there for NLEX. Could have been an easy fast break points for Rain or Shine. But Nokum lost that ball to the sideline.
Frustrating day here for Adrian Nokum so far. Robert Bolick now. Inbound it for the NLEX Road Warriors. Here's Brandon Ramirez. Ramirez has yet to miss a shot this game. Goes strong inside but loses it on the way up. Jonah Clarito lost it to Nieto, and we're still running here. Bolick going at Santillan but loses it. And it will go back to Rain or Shine.
What a helter-skelter type of possessions there. Both teams really been very erratic.
It's really a question of who wants it. But right now, Gian Mamuyak wants to come back on the floor. He's managing the pain. Bea Escudero said a while ago, 8 out of 10 was the feeling on his ankle.
You have no time to rest now. You know, it's a now or never thing for both teams.
+5 in the turnover count in favor of NLEX. 16-11. Rain or Shine turnovers. Andre Caracot shown a double team. They go around to Mamu. Mamu can't welcome himself back with a triple. Robert Bolick now against Gian Mamuyak. Bolick. Gabe Norwood, what a help D there from Gabe.
No fouls called there. On the drive by Bolick. Here comes Rain or Shine. Oh.
Andre Caracot with the throwaway, not quite in sync with Mike Malonzo. Kalen Johnson coming in for Santillan. Just a 2-point ball game here. You can see why there was so much frustration from Rain or Shine. That would have tied it.
Yeah, both teams really feeling the pressure.
Here's Nieto. Now Robert Bolick. Babes.
Bolick loves this matchup as the Rain or Shine switch on that ball screen. Let's see.
Robert Bolick. Now to Brandon Ramirez. Ramirez to Bolick. That's a 4-pointer from Robert Bolick.
Dude.
Oh! Robert Bolick extends the lead.
That was a big shot there by a big-time player, Bolick.
We go the other way, though. It's just a 6-point game. Gian Mamuyak driving inside at the teeth of the D will shoot 2. But what a play from Robert Bolick. Let's take a look at that again, Coach. Ramirez giving it to Bolick and finding himself in all sorts of space.
Yeah, Rain or Shine forgot to switch on to Bolick, and that resulted into a 4-point shot.
Gian Mamuyak, who has been battling a hurt ankle after turning it in the first quarter, re-injuring it earlier on as well, I believe here in the third. And now back on the floor.
Well, he did not show any signs of being hurt on the drive to the basket.
And you know, Gian Mamuyak has been playing big here, considering the fact that there has been a struggle here for Adrian Nokum, the guy he typically shares a rotation with. Here's Bolick. Just hit a 4-pointer a while ago. Nieto with a pick here. They're not switching things yet. They eventually do. Andre Carapo against Bolick. Kicks that out. That's going to be big for NLEX. Unable to get it, but Robert Bolick with an offensive rebound.
Again, those Bolick offensive rebounds.
Bolick, no. That would have been huge. Gabe Norwood gets past one. Kicks it to the corner. Malonzo against Ramirez. Mamu directing traffic. Malonzo with the pick. They switch it out to Ramirez. And Mamu trying to make something out of nothing. Got free, but was unable to manufacture that shot.
Yeah, 5-on-4 now for NLEX. See if they can take advantage here.
Bolick directing traffic as Rain or Shine reset. Size advantage for Rain or Shine, but quickness advantage for Bolick. They switch things here. Gabe Norwood trying to contain Robert. That time, good defense from Rain or Shine. Andre Carapo. Mamuyak in front. Pitches it to Mamu. Tries to play it to Malonzo.
What a pass there by Mamuyak. You thought that Malonzo wouldn't be able to catch it and finish, but he was able to do it.
Threading the needle, talking about Gian Mamuyak with that pass. Here is Robert Bolick. That's going to be fouled from Gabe Norwood. A foul to give.
Yeah, good foul there by Norwood to stop that play.
2-point lead for NLEX Road Warriors. Let's take a look at that again. Again, Gian Mamuyak threading that pass between two white shirts.
Two white shirts in the middle. And you thought even you could see in the monitor there was nobody there yet.
14 seconds on the shot clock. 35.7 left here in the third quarter. Kevin Alas. Policarpio settles for the J. No good as it falls back to Rain or Shine. Andre Carapo has it. Carapo fouled by Policarpio. That's also foul to give.
Yep. But the Rain or Shine has a chance to tie the score with this last possession, hopefully.
Tied with a 2, take the lead with a 3.
Yep.
Or a 4.
Or a 4.
It's been that type of ball game here. Andre Carapo, Gian Mamuyak, Kalen Johnson, Gabe Norwood, and Mike Malonzo on the floor here for Rain or Shine. Kalen, Semarad trying to keep him contained here. He's looking around. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Kalen has to go. Little bump, the turnaround. Left that short. No passes, no movement, and a turnover here. Rain or Shine can tie it up. Caraco tees up a 3 for the lead.
Oh.
Yes! Rain or Shine with the lead going into the fourth. What a shot from Andre Caraco.
Just in the nick of time, Caraco was able to pull up the 3 to give them a 1-point lead at the end of the third quarter. As you can see here, after a turnover, pulls up on the 3.
We mentioned it a while ago, Coach. The shooting of Rain or Shine had kept them in this ball game.
Exactly. Earlier on, it was Anton Asisio who burned 2 4-point shots. And now, it's Karakot here at the end of the third.
78-77. We got a great one for you. Don't go away.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
And with NLEX running the ball well with a 10-point advantage, you also have to take a look at the perimeter scoring here for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Rain or Shine already with a 37-18 advantage for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. As of course, we take you back to action here in the fourth quarter. Kalen Chongson scored on the other end to start things out for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, who have an 80-77 lead here. As Kevin Alas has it. Quarter scoring here on the screen for you. As another good defensive possession for Rain or Shine. Once again, Paulo De Rosario alongside Coach Eric Altamirano calling this one for you. Be Escudero joining us on the sideline, Coach. And Andy Karakot is in his bag. Kicks it out to Jin Mamuyak. Mamu takes it close to the cup, and Mamuyak unable to score. But Coach, let's recap here. Because the 3-point shooting, the 4-point shooting are the reasons why Rain or Shine are in the lead, and the great defensive start for Kalen Johnson.
Oh yes, Rain or Shine has been bailed out with those 3-pointers. That's the reason why they're up by 1 point now after trailing for most of the game.
And it was a 3-point lead for NLEX going into the halftime break. Kalen Johnson, size advantage against Valdez. Goes at it by himself, and he scores yet again. Kalen Johnson has been coming up big here in the fourth.
Back-to-back baskets by Johnson here in this quarter, posting up and attacking NLEX in the post. And I wonder when will Coach Jong bring back Bolick.
Here's Nieto. Nieto pulls up at the elbow, scoring right in front of Johnson.
Big 2 there by Nieto to stop that run by Rain or Shine.
Here's Gabe Norwood. And Karakot now, who has been critical here in the past few possessions for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, but then that time left that short. Nieto.
They're going to review because the ball hit the...
So his mistake, according to our lead referee here, Peter Balao, saying that it should be an expel. It is.
But we saw it in our angle that the ball hit the foot or the shoe of Johnson.
So take a look at that here. There's going to be a behind the back attempt, and there it is. So good call there.
Yeah,
for veteran referee. Dominic Fajardo, who was also a pest here for Coach Jong Michiko in that third quarter in particular. Miss there from Nieto. Alas, offensive rebound, and Alas with the reverse.
Again, that offensive rebound and putback second chance points has been very effective for NLEX.
82-81, the count here. And that time, Rain or Shine trying to operate in the interior through Malonzo, but then a body on the floor. Not quite sure what happened. Let's take a look at that again. As we take a look at this, last attempt from Kevin Alas. Took advantage. Got a body up in the air, and a nice reversal coming from Kevin. Asian Games gold medalist Kevin Alas. For those of you who want a nice reminder of a great time.
Before he got injured.
Oh, yeah. Mike Malonzo here.
Mike Malonzo's been stepping up big here for rain or shine, given quality minutes by Coach Yang, scoring now 5 points.
Couple of changes here, and still no Robert Bolick for Coach Jong Wichico. So the 5 on the floor: Nieto, Alas, Ramirez, Bahio, and Torres. As that one's good there for Mike Malonzo. Bahia now. Up to Nieto. Brandon Ramirez.
Look at the screen there by
It's
Brandon
a huge
Ramirez.
screen. And Nieto left open. And Ramirez with a one-handed rebound. And what a block there from Santillan. Officially, I believe, the first miss of Brandon Ramirez.
Yes, exactly. You know, but he was able to set that screen to get his teammate open. And then on the miss, he was able to get that offensive rebound.
You know, Rain or Shine got a big boost from the bench in that third quarter. They outscored NLEX from bench scoring 14-2.
Almost a turnover there. Oh,
now it is. Because Alas did fall over.
Yes.
Bea Escudero has this report for us in just a bit. We will get there later on. So let's take a look at this first. As Kevin Alas was saying that there was a push. Referee not interested. There's the step. Bea Escudero has the support now.
Over at NLEX, Coach Jong reminded his team to stay composed after Rain or Shine's last big shot to end the third quarter, saying that there is still time to recoup and recenter. He then quickly shifted gears, urging the team to sprint back, box out, and maintain discipline and poise in the final minutes of this ball game. Meanwhile, for Rain or Shine, Coach Yang emphasized patience in finding the best scorer, whether it's inside or at the perimeter. The final order is to defend well, secure the rebound, and run the floor. Gentlemen.
Thanks so much for that report. That was Bea Escudero. As Gian Mamuyak, a little fake, finding Santillan. Santillan operating here and has to terminate and gives it back to Andre Caracot, who's working on Brandon Ramirez. Caracot needs to manufacture something, pushes that up, and that won't do. But it falls to Jonathan Clarito. Clarito fouled on the floor. NLEX asking for a travel. They won't get it. So let's go back to the points there of Bea Escudero. Basically, the instruction from both coaches, both involved, one, staying composed and being able to execute in the fourth quarter. Something that these two young squads have to get used to, especially as they go up in this particular competition. As timeout called on the floor here, 86-81, Rain or Shine with the lead. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all out passion. All the time. All with
the show, and why not? It's been a fantastic ball game here. 86-81 in favor of the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Let's take a look at Cyrus Torres in his Game 1 performance, Coach. 20 points and 3 rebounds was scoreless in the fourth quarter. Talking about Cyrus Torres.
Torres has been instrumental in the third quarter explosion in Game 1, scoring 14 of those 20 points.
Right now, 20 minutes, 4 points only.
Yep.
We're going to hope that he picks it up as this fourth quarter goes on. But the return of Robert Bolick, Coach. He's back in the game for the first time in quite a while here. First time in the fourth quarter, I believe. With 7:54 left here, NLEX need his offensive punch.
Yes, when Rain or Shine made that run, Bolick was not there.
Adrian Noco goes back to Gian Mamuyak, shooting right over Ramirez. No good. Mike Malonzo, what a rebound from him, working against Bahio. and that is a tough finish. He will get the bonus.
Look at this guy, Malonzo, man of the hour now. He's doing what Clarito did in the first game, keeping that ball alive. Look at that effort to get the rebound, able to finish off that body contact by Policarpio.
Unable to complete the play though. Bahia went up in the air and Mike Malonzo just took advantage. Here's Mocon. Waiting for Robert Bolick. He sets the pick. Mocon. Back to Bolick. GM Mamuyak all over him. Bahia with the pick. Switching D here. John Clarito now on him. Mocon driving at Santillan. Good defense coming from the red shirts.
Oh yes, good defense there by Santillan. Forcing Mocon to miss that shot. See how Rain or Shine will break this zone defense by NLEX.
They go to Clarito. Clarito settles for the jumper and it's good. Oh, Rain or Shine. The perimeter scoring has been something to behold.
Oh yes. They've gotten their rhythm here in the fourth quarter. That's why they're up by 9.
Brandon Ramirez wants a 3. He can't get it back. But Mike Malonzo all over the rebounding. But it will be a foul against Malonzo. JV Mocon will draw that. Here's Jonathan Clarito. Settling for the J. But you really can't call it settling if you make it.
Yes, here because of the zone defense, Bahio had to release. And nobody there to challenge the jump shot by Clarito.
Cyrus Torres. Now to Robert Bolick. Babes Bolick. Little shuffle as he will go line to shoot 2.
You know, Bolick has been doing that type of shot early on, and no fouls were called. But now he was able to successfully get a foul to get 2 free throws from the line.
Robert Bolick now chasing. For majority of the game, Rain or Shine were chasing. As right now, of course, Robert Bolick still scoreless in the fourth quarter because he's barely played a minute here in the fourth quarter.
Yes, yes.
That's his 30th point. So Robert Bolick, he has come to play here, coach.
And he knows how important this game is, and that's where Bolick really stands out. Except for that free throw.
And your commentators first, coach. And here is Adrian Nokum, who has struggled as well.
Yes.
Nokum on the attack. Oh, what a fight to Mike Malonzo.
Again, Malonzo doing it for Rain or Shine. As Nokum was able to give that drop pass for a layup.
And all of a sudden, coach, we have a 10-point lead here for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, their largest of the game. And Coach Jong Wichiko has a lot to talk about. 6:12 left here in the fourth. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address.
Coach Yang Yao, you know, he has that ability to be able to discover a player, see the talent, you know, hidden gems, as you may call it.
Yeah, that's why my dad played for him in his rookie year.
Exactly.
21-14 here in favor of Rainer Shine Elasto Painters. There's an assist. What a swat there. As Cyrus Torres tees up a 4-pointer. No good. And Rainer Shine, coach, you just got to say, defense has been a big factor for the Rainer Shine Elasto Painters. Kalen Chong's on a moment of concern here.
Yep, they've been doing a yeoman's job here in the fourth quarter, shutting down the offense of NLEX.
Kalen Chongson, of course, a big part of this Rainer Shine team. They're going to be hoping he's okay. Let's take a look at this again. Robert Bolick.
Yep.
There he runs into Malonzo. And take a look at the swat there coming from Jonard Clarito. The timing from Jonard.
Yes.
Again, a reminder, Michael Jordan did win a DPOY. That's Michael Jonard for you with that swat.
Yes. Well, so far, Rainer Shine has limited NLEX to 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
Nokum settles for the jumper and the elbow. It has not been Nokum's night. And that will be another jump ball situation. We have had a lot of those, coach.
Yes, yes. That's how important that ball is. Everybody will die for that possession. Everybody will kill for that possession.
And once again, Dominic Fajardo involved.
He's always been, you know, that's his game.
10-point lead still for Rainer Shine Elasto Painters. NLEX Road Warriors need this. It goes back to Mamuya. 5:24 left here in the fourth quarter as Mamu will be fouled by Robert Bolick on the drive.
And NLEX deciding to stay with their zone defense.
Take a look at Adrian Nokum's number here. Only 3 points, 1 of 9 from the field in 24 minutes. And almost a steal. Bolick all over Nokum. Kalen Chongson, that's a 3-pointer. Unable to get that to go. Oh, Jonard Clarito, what a rebound. And Mike Malonzo there, and it will still stay with Rainer Shine.
You have two players who have that ability to be able to anticipate missed shots and get those rebounds. Imagine you have a Clarito there, and then there's also Malonzo. So those two are a pain in the neck for NLEX right now.
Rainer Shine set to inbound here, trying to see off the NLEX Road Warriors, who, by the way, had a twice to win advantage here. Here's Mamuyak. Mamuyak, that's a 3-pointer. No dice. Oh, but it will stay with Rainer Shine.
Good break there for Rainer Shine as Policarpio could not get full possession on that rebound play.
Coach, this possession has lasted forever. Rainer Shine still have it here. And another chance. Johnson to Clarito. Clarito tees it up. That's a 3-ball. No good. Another offensive rebound.
So far, Rainer Shine has been doing what NLEX has been doing to them the entire game.
Adrian Nokum in the corner. Can he finally get it? No. And finally, Brandon Ramirez ends the possession.
See what they does here with their possession, but Mamuyak called for a foul.
So Mamuyak called for the foul there, and Bolick said, like, yeah, it was a foul. Samarad will come in. Andre Caracos will also come in. Coming in from Mike Malonzo, who had a fantastic last few minutes here for Rainer Shine. One of the big reasons why they are in this lead, coach.
Yes.
Oh, and steal from Adrian Nokum. Nokum is off to the races, and Nokum gets a finish. He's so craves. Biggest lead now at 12. As this collapse from the NLEX Road Warriors has been a spectacular fall. Bolick wants a 4-pointer to make it even better, but then the Rainer Shine Elasto Painters ends up with the foul here. If you're NLEX, you're frustrated.
Yeah, that 4-point shot of Bolick looked like a desperate shot. But at this point, you know, it's still a long ways to go. You know, they just have to stick with what they're doing earlier. And focus on making stops. As you can see here, this slow-mo.
There's a frustration
of
foul.
Policarpio.
Yeah, so we're actually going to have to see what the referees decide that is, because that did not look like a play on the ball.
Yes. And it's above the shoulder.
Yeah.
If I'm right. Again, a frustration foul.
Might be on the
Policarpio.
shoulder, actually. And that might actually make a big difference if it was on the shoulder.
Just a foul. Just a regular foul.
Yeah. Policarpio will go back to the bench in favor of Bahio. So, still time here for Rain or Shine, or rather NLEX to make a move, Coach, but they need to stop here.
Trying to duplicate what TNT did earlier when they beat Magnolia.
Here's Clarito. Andre Karakot. Adrian Nokum. Attacking Mocon. Oh, what a feed to Kalen Johnson!
Rain or Shine doing the right things here in the fourth quarter.
Lots of smiles on Rain or Shine bench because we didn't know to consider that a dunk or a lay-in. Here's Mocon, the spin. Working on Jonard Clarito. Will go to line to shoot two.
That's a good up and under move there by Mocon to get that foul.
Take a look at this
Look
again.
at this pass by Mocon. Nokum, sorry.
Take a look at this from Kalen Johnson. Lay-in, dunk, touch rim.
Almost.
Either way, it still counts for two. Dunk or lay-in. As JV Mocon gets that one. Important point there for NLEX. Again, who are still alive but are on life support here, Coach.
Mocon so far has 9 points to his name.
And Samara keeps it alive. Cyrus Torres, now Robert Bolick. Attacking Mamuya, great find to Bahio. And that's a foul and a chance here to get a 4-point possession.
Yes. That was a good play. That's a good break, actually, for NLEX.
What a find there from Robert Bolick. So after the split free throws a while ago, Bahio getting the 2 here. And now a chance to get a free throw to make it a 4-point possession. And to make it a 10-point game.
Yes.
Of course, the nightmare scenario here would be a miss and then NLEX offensive rebound from a Rain or Shine perspective. But he gets it, so that was a 4-point play.
Now, let's see if NLEX will still stick to their zone defense. They've not been very successful so far.
And now breaking the trap here, they go to the corner to Clarito. Now Adrian Nokum. Nokum against Torres.
Now NLEX goes back to man-to-man defense.
Semarad. And that's
short.
Big, that is short though. But it falls back to Clarito!
Wow. It's like a deja vu thing. Clarito doing what he does best, getting those offensive rebound and putback.
Robert Bolick needs a 4, he gets it!
Wow, what a big 4-point shot there by Bolick. Rain or Shine decided to go under on that ball screen.
And all of a sudden, it is an 8-point ball game. NLEX are not going down without a fight. As Cyrus Torres will be hit with a foul.
Although that will send Rain or Shine to the line, as you can see there.
There was actually a slip there from JV Mocon that allowed Jonathan Clarito to get that. But a big basket here from Robert Bolick keeps them alive in this contest.
Yes.
98-90, 2:42 left here in the fourth quarter. Hold on to your hats, folks, because they're not done just yet. We'll be right back.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password.
Take a look at some of the highlights here from Santi Santillan, who has had a big contribution here for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. He has been fantastic here throughout the conference, coach, and he has not disappointed here today.
Well, so far he has been really stepping up big for Rain or Shine. For a young team, for a young man, he has already taken that cudgel to be one of the leaders of this team and to carry on his shoulders this team to get them into the semis.
Big production coming from a big player. Rain or Shine have had a lot of them, but Santillan has been chief amongst them here today. Adrian Nocum there, who has had a disappointing shooting day by his very high standards. They have survived it so far. Chance here for a double-digit advantage for Rain or Shine. Andre Karakot on the free throw line. This is the first of two. Take a look at Mike Malonzo, coach. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Rain or Shine getting contributions all over the floor.
Oh yes, quality minutes there by Malonzo. It's one of the surprise packages of Rain or Shine in this game.
Babes Bolick on the attack here. Kicks it out to the corner to Semarad. That's his shot, but that time it's a miss. 2:28 left here. A basket here will be big for Rain or Shine. Adrian Nocum on the air breaks.
And NLEX cannot afford to give up a foul as they're already in penalty.
Jonard Clarito gets a 2 inside. 11-point game.
Clarito faked his man off to get that basket.
Bolick hounded at the 4-point line. They're not giving him any room. Cyrus Torres, he needs a 4. That time left it short. The ball falls to Jonard Clarito. And Rain or Shine making the right plays at the right time. Kalen Chongson. Andre Karakot, Rain or Shine looking very good en route to the semifinals. And that time Mocon will hit them with a foul. So Rain or Shine will have 2 free throws. Coach Yang Giao, moments away, a minute and 35 away from overcoming a twice-to-win disadvantage to rebook a spot in the playoffs in the Philippine Cup.
Oh yes. As I said before, the standings doesn't really give justice to the twice-to-beat thing because, all teams are really balanced, and any team can beat anybody, and it's only a matter of having a one-game advantage. And Rain or Shine has proven that they can do it. They can beat the team twice, and so far they're almost there with only 1 minute 35 remaining in this game.
Timeout called by the NLEX Road Warriors as they try to pull off a minor miracle here. 103-90, coach. What happened in the second half? Because it felt like in the first half, NLEX almost bullied the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, especially on the rebounding end. As we take a look at the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, this is a return, by the way, for Coach Yang Giao as they led the NLEX Road Warriors to the Governor's Cup semifinals. 6 playoff appearances with NLEX. Unfortunately, unable to make it all the way to the promised land was Coach Yang Giao, but it was a memorable run. Already returned to Rain or Shine in 2022. A familiar return, won a championship with his franchise in the past, and of course, still on course. They want to develop from within. They have done that in a great way. They have developed the likes of an Adrian Nocum, Jonard Clarito, Andre Karakot, Santi Santillan. Kalen Chongson is coming on to his own. Mike Malonzo appearing well as a key contributor here. Anton Asisio doing well. Jean Mamuyak doing well. The list goes on, coach, for Coach Yang Giao.
Well, Coach Yang Giao is a winner. He's a program builder. He knows how to build a championship team. And he does it, like what he always says, doing it the right way. And slowly but surely, he has, formed a formidable team, a young team at that, meaning, you can see these young players, compete in the next few years, and hopefully get more pieces from the draft. But so far, you know, if they get to the semis, it's another big achievement for Coach Yang and this team.
Here's Semerad. Now to Robert Bolick. Bolick taking inside. Again, looking for sure points here. And that's a great block for Kalen Johnson. But Semerad is there to clean it up. 11-point game here. They need to trap and force a turnover. And now be a travel. Picks up the pivot foot.
That's a good full court press there by NLEX.
So that is a dream start to their comeback hopes here. Talking about the NLEX Road Warriors. An easy 2 inside after that pickup from Semerad off the miss from Robert Bolick, and then forcing a turnover mere seconds later.
Oh yes, who knows? Maybe a 4-point shot again by Bolick.
Just score. That's all they need here for NLEX, coach. As Robert Bolick has it up top, Santillan. Oh, that is from way downtown, but Jonah Clarito has it. Almost a turnover here. Adrian Nocum will calm things down.
Or they're going to use the clock.
Nocum now. It's Kalen Johnson. 7 seconds on the shot clock here. They got to get a stop if you're NLEX. And Adrian Nocum misses from close range.
Less than a minute left in this game.
Robert Bolick close to a turnover. And Bolick looking for a 4-pointer. And still nothing there. So the shot's not falling. And then NLEX Road Warriors are set to bow out from the Philippine Cup as the Shine Elasto Painters complete the double over the NLEX Road Warriors to book their spot against the TNT Tropang 5G into the semifinals of the Philippine Cup. What an achievement here for this young Shine team, the 7th seed in this Philippine Cup.
Oh, definitely. They overachieved again this conference, overcoming the odds by winning twice against NLEX, overcoming the twice to beat advantage of NLEX. And you know, this team has been a revelation, to say the least.
103-92 will be the final score here as the NLEX Road Warriors have to bid farewell after what was an incredible run in the elimination round. Memorable performances for so many young players. But then right now, Shine are now 19 out of the 52 teams to have overcome a twice to beat disadvantage, and they advanced to their 4th consecutive semifinals. They say 3rd time's a charm, maybe the 4th. Shine will face off against the TNT Tropang 5G in the semifinals of the Philippine Cup as they look to overcome their hoodoo of falling in the semis. Shine are on the up and up. But what about our best player of the game? So many to choose from. But then Santi Santillan will take home the honors.
Oh, definitely. Santi has proven that he can bring this team to the playoffs. And as you can see here, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. He's just done everything that was asked of him from this game. Scoring, rebounding, defending. It's been the reason why Shine is now in the semifinals.
Big game, 103-92 in favor of the Shine Elasto Painters. And ladies and gentlemen, the cast is now set. On one end of the bracket, Barangay Ginebra San Miguel take on the San Miguel Beermen in the Battle of the Titans. Barangay Ginebra falling in the final last time around, wants to come back and score it big, but TNT, after escaping the Magnolia Hotshots, take on a Shine team hungry for a chance at the final. It will all begin on Wednesday. Semifinals, best of 7 at the Mall of Asia Arena. TNT and Shine up first, followed by San Miguel and Ginebra. We'll be right back with some analysis. Don't go away.
Umangat pa ang mga bida sa gilas ng ningas, perlas ang silangan, lalong umangas, lalong tumalas ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap, lagpas sa lapa.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
The Rain or Shine Elasto Painters beat the NLEX Road Warriors for a slot in the semifinals. Good evening and welcome to the post-game press conference. I'm joined by our winning coach, Coach Yang Yao, and our best player of the game, Leonard Santillan. Congratulations, gentlemen. Coach Yang, you had to overcome a lot of things just to get to the semis. But looking at everything that has happened, what for you made it possible to emerge victorious in this matchup kahit na meron kayong twice to beat disadvantage?
Yeah, again, nakaraos, no, nakalusot kami ulit. No? I think this is our 4th straight time to make the semis. But we did, ang dami naming ginawang mali. No? We gave up 25 offensive rebounds. We gave up 19 turnovers. We lost fast break points. No? We felt that fast break is our game, pero talo kami ron. But we still won the game. No? Ito yung pinag-uusapan namin, no, sa locker room. Just play our brand of game, which is, we call it buwis buhay basketball. Parang effort lang, grit lang. If something's going on na mali or you can't get your rhythm in the game, just put on the effort, just play on grit, be tough. Doon lang namin nakuha. No? Pati yung first game namin, doon din namin nakuha. So, we just play our brand of game. If things are not working out, just make the best effort. No? That's what we did tonight.
Thank you, Coach Cheng. Now, Santi, ikaw rin, you were all over the floor, shooting, rebounding, and defending, making timely shots para lang makabawi kayo sa NLEX. Anong klaseng tulong yung nakuha mo mula sa iyong mga teammates na nakatulong sa performance mo at makakatulong ngayong papunta na kayo sa semifinals for the 4th time?
Like Coach said na laging aggressive lang kami lagi. And yun, nandito naman ako para ready para itulong sa team. Kung anong kailangan, nandun ako lagi. And then, yun, shoutout kay Mike, no? Mike Malonzo kasi siya yung parang bumuhay sa amin nung last nung itong position na to. So, big shoutout sa kanya.
Next in line are the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters after an incredible comeback. It was all NLEX in the first half, but then early signs here for Rain or Shine's grit were on point. Tarito there with a basket inside, and what about Brandon Ramirez? Coach, in the first half, it felt like NLEX were doing all the right things. They mentioned, Coach Yang Yang mentioned, they were doing all the wrong things. What happened right for NLEX in that first half?
Well, the first half, you can see that they were playing according to their game plan. They wanted to control the tempo. They wanted to execute, and they did very well. And they did it successfully as they were able to control the game, led most of the first half, and ended it with a 21-27 in the first quarter.
And of course, in that second quarter, Santillan was able to start things off here for the Rain and Shine Elasto Painters. Take a look at this, working in the post. Best player of the game, Santi Santillan. But the Rain and Shine Elasto Painters actually found a way to outscore the NLEX Road Warriors here in this quarter, 31-28. As we take a look at JP and Malcolm with his contribution there. Guys like Andre Caraco found the range from beyond the arc. And Coach, as we take a look at this here, the shooting of the Rain and Shine Elasto Painters really kept them into the ball game, despite the pass break points given up, the turnover points given up.
Yep, they were very erratic, to say the least, in the first half. That gave NLEX a lot of opportunities, fast break opportunities, just like that. But then they were bailed out by their three-point shooting, courtesy of Asischo and the others.
Well, it was a small lead for NLEX Road Warriors going into the third, but here is when the tide started to shift. From this point on, NLEX will not be able to win a single quarter. They lost the third quarter, scoring 26-22. As we take a look at Robert Bolick getting a 4-pointer here to extend the lead here for the NLEX Road Warriors. In spurts, coach, they felt like they were just too far apart. But what about this? The effort here comes from Mike Malonzo, who Santi Santillan admitted that gave them life in this ball game.
Yeah, he provided that spark and then got them going, and then that steal at the end of this third quarter and a three-pointer started that momentum for Rainer Shine Comfort.
Andre Caracol with a big triple to end the third. And from that point on, coach, they got the lead and barely looked back. They outscored NLEX by 10 here in the fourth quarter, held them to only 15 points, and shots like that coming from Santillan were just too much for NLEX.
Yep, Rainer Shine just totally controlled or outplayed or outworked NLEX in the fourth quarter.
What a play there coming from Alonzo as well. Bolick had a 4-pointer to try and keep things interesting here, but then not enough production from the NLEX Road Warriors towards the end. The proverbial dagger was this finish coming from Clarito, wasting so much time and then finding an 11-point lead after that sequence. Rainer Shine going to their fourth consecutive semifinal. They are still knocking on the door, but can they finally break through and make it to the final? That will all start coming Wednesday at the Mall of Asia Arena. The TNT Tropang 5G taking on the Rainer Shine Elasto Painters, followed by the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel taking on the San Miguel Beermen for the 7:30 tip. All that on RPTV, Pilipinas Live, and on PBA Rush. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Dino Aquino Stadium. I'm Paolo De Rosario alongside Coach Eric Altamirano. Bea Escudero was our courtside report today, and we will see you on Wednesday.
At agos sa bawat sulok Mabangis kumiginang Ang lahat nahihibang Nagliliyap, nagniningning Parang pinagtagpong hiling Bawat upunan, merong hamunan Laban kong laban sa bayanan Isang bansa, isang bansak PBA Alam mo to, laro mo to Tuloy sa kampiyonato Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, tapisyonado Ang nataglaban